everyone, welcome back to my channel and happy bullet journal setup week. I feel like the week before the month starts is where everyone who bullet journals just kind of sits down, plans out their life, gets things together, especially because school just got back and we all have so much to freaking do. So thank you for joining me for this today. Also, thank you for all of the great feedback I got on last month's setup. For August, I did a retro 80s theme and a lot of you guys really enjoyed that video and left some really sweet comments. So thank you for that. And if you didn't see it, I'll have it linked down below if you want to watch it. This month we are totally switching things up. If you've been watching me for a while, I actually did something similar to this last year. I think it was for November. I wonder if I could find it. I think it's still in this journal. Yep. So if you saw this setup, I actually messed up on the cover page and a lot of you guys left me very constructive comments about it, so I did fix it. But we are bringing this theme back around because I really wanted to do something simple, easy. All you really need to recreate the spreads that I'm doing today is a black fine liner or your favorite black pen and a ruler. So jumping right in, for the cover page, of course, did some really cool calligraphy, and then I basically just filled the entire page with these geometric triangle shapes. Similarly to last month, I didn't really plan out my pages beforehand. Sometimes this works really well, sometimes not so much. I feel like this month it turned out okay. Doing these spreads as it is can be really time consuming. If you have a bullet journal, you probably know that. And while it's something I really do enjoy, I also really enjoy just kind of winging it and seeing what happens. And sometimes you get some really cool creations out of that. So that's what I decided to do for this month. Some of the headers I did go in with pencil beforehand because for calligraphy the spacing can be really important, and so I did do some of the headers in pencil before I went over it with my pen. I didn't end up doing a calendar layout for any of these spreads because I'm actually going to be making an entirely separate video dedicated to bullet journal spreads for students, where I'm going to do a lot of different calendar type layouts. So I didn't want to be too redundant, and so later this week I'm going to be putting that video up. I did create both a wish list and a mood tracker spread for this month. I really like the way that these came out. I think they kind of offset each other with like the titles being on opposite sides of the paper. I think it kind of balances out. Like, I like when you can flip through your journal and each month kind of has a cohesive look to it, and I feel like I was really able to achieve that this month, especially with this spread combined. I think it looks really nice. Another thing I want to mention is that if you happen to already own like a white gel pen or something, that can come in really handy for correcting your mistakes, because sometimes if you're moving really fast and you're drawing a lot of lines with your ruler, it can be super easy to like smudge your work, and having just like a little white gel pen that you can go back in and like fix your mistakes, even if it's not exactly the same color as your pages, it can still be really helpful because like the Leuchtturm journals have cream colored pages. I know a lot of you guys like using these journals and other journals too, where they're not quite white, they're actually more of like a cream warm color, but on camera you can see like even though it's not an exact match, it still helps it kind of fade into the background and be less apparent if you accidentally smudged your lines. I did a really simple brain dump spread, mostly just left a lot of space to write on that one. And then for the last page, I went with a quote because I haven't done a quote page in a while, and a lot of you guys actually really like my quote pages that I do because it's kind of a time to just like have fun and experiment. You can use this to like practice your hand lettering and your calligraphy skills if you want. It's a reminder that like bullet journaling is supposed to be fun, and it's also, at least for me, a form of like artistic expression. Like making these pages is more of like making a piece of art for me. And then instead of filling the entire page with drawings, I actually left a lot of white space so I can go back in and write like positive affirmations or just positive notes to myself. If you're having an off day, it can really sometimes help to just reflect on a lot of the positive things going on in your life. Sounds kind of cheesy and cliche, but so much of life is mental, and just having that mindset and reminding yourself that you can freaking do it is like so important. So that's kind of what I was hoping this spread would inspire. And we have made it all the way to the final flip through. I really appreciate you guys joining me for this today. I had a lot of fun making this video. And like I said, I will have another video coming out later this week with even more bullet journal ideas specifically related to back to school. I'm really excited about it. I just filmed it yesterday and I think it's gonna come out really cool. Also, if you want to see other art that I'm making, or if you just want to keep up with me more on a day-to-day basis, you can follow my Instagram. I'll leave it here and also down below. A lot of you guys reach out to me via direct message on there and you send me art that you're working on, or you just like start a conversation with me. I love that. I try to check my direct messages as much as possible. So if you want to just like talk about random art that you're working on, if you want to talk about calligraphy, or if you just want to show me stuff that you've been creating, or if you just want to follow me and keep up with what I'm doing, that's a great place to do it. And I think that's it. I will see you guys again very soon with another video. Bye!